Hi, Adam. Thank you for coming in. I just kind of wanted to touch bases with you after our last session. So, like as always, what we talk about is confidential. Obviously, I need permission to be able to share what we've talked about with your mom, if that's okay with you.
That's okay.
Okay. And did you have a chance to speak to her at all after our meeting?
I did have a chance to speak to her, so she was okay with kind of our plan.
Okay. Okay. Did she have any concerns or kind of her input on all this?
No, I think she was pretty flexible with how she wanted everything to go. So
Okay.
I think she just kind of left it up to me as far as what I want to do.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Did you get a chance to fill out that survey?
Yes. So I filled out this career cluster survey.
Okay.
And do you want me to hand it to you then?
Sure.
Okay.
You can go over it. So top three, see that you circled them. So one was health science. The other one was human services, and then law, public safety, corrections, and security. So that's kind of what you had already mentioned.
Right.
So taking this, how do you feel like after it? Like, do you find it helpful or?
I found it pretty helpful.
Okay.
It kind of solidifies what I was thinking of.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, are you still wanting to look into military stuff, just to have a general idea of?
Maybe as like a back burner kind of thing.
Okay.
Just a plan B to fall back on, maybe.
Okay. So you are considering college out then?
Yes.
Okay.
I think at this point, yes.
Okay, good. And then in regards to that, I did talk to your baseball coach.
Okay.
He is totally flexible because he doesn't want you to fail, obviously.
Okay.
So he's said 2 days a week to kind of help out so that you don't fall behind in any way. He kind of left it up to you what days you would like to do, which I thought was really nice of him.
Okay.
So it'd either be Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So whatever you think would help you.
Yeah, probably Tuesday, Thursday, I think would be easier.
Okay.
Most of our games are like Fridays and.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So that's good. Okay. So what I had done is I pulled up some information in regards to stuff that we had talked about. I know you had mentioned kinesiology.
Mm-hmm.
So in doing a little bit of research of local colleges, Cal Poly Pomona is one of the top ones around. They do have a very good program.
Okay.
So I pulled up their website in regards to their requirements, and I also have it printed out for you to take home.
Okay.
You mentioned Arizona State and Washington State as potential colleges of interest. So I pulled up their requirements. I also pulled up the entrance requirements for military. Okay. And what it shows you is all divisions, which ones you would like to go into. So what the requirements are, like Army, Navy, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I pulled up fire academies, if you're still interested in that. And then also we're going to go over some financial aid stuff, just because I know that is definitely a topic of conversation that keeps coming up. So I have it all printed out for you, but the financial aid definitely gives you how to prepare for college. So step by step. So you basically have a guideline, and that's what I'm going to help you with too, is go through that in when your applications are due, when you need to fill out financial aid, when you need to send in your transcripts, and obviously a lot of that's on me because I have to give that to you and send it in for you. So once we kind of have a list of colleges that you want to apply for, we can start getting that process going so that everything is turned in on time. And then with financial aid, you can put all colleges that you have applied for so that that's not waiting on acceptance letters. And then you decide from there where you get accepted and where you would like to go. So it's kind of my plan for today. Do you have any questions or concerns that you would like to address?
I don't know if we can go in depth a little more with what was picked out.
Sure. You want to do that first before we start touching bases on the other stuff?
Whatever's easier.
Okay, well, we can talk about it. So health science, planning and managing provided therapeutic services, support services, and biotechnical research and development. Kind of a broad spectrum of different things, but mostly say the therapeutic services, which could be anywhere from counseling to therapy, whether it's physical therapy such as kinesiology or anything in that range. So providing services for people in the medical field. And then human services, which is preparing individuals for employment and career paths that relate to families and human needs, which is basically counseling.
Okay.
So you seem to have the pattern of human interaction, helping services of others.
Okay.
And then lastly was law, public safety, corrections, and security. So planning, managing, providing legal, public safety, protective services, homeland security, including professional and technical support services. So definitely the fire route, military, police officer, any type of public safety.
Okay.
So seeing that in your interests alone, just kind of everything kind of just matches up. So it's not something like crazy random, like, I'm engineering or, so at least it's in the route that you're already thinking. You already have that mindset.
Okay.
Now, is there anything else that you would possibly want to look into? Marketing, I don't know if you want to look into anything with numbers, computers, anything like that.
I don't know if that really interests me at this point.
Okay. And like the day-to-day, is that kind of like you want a different feel, day-to-day, different action?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Maybe not like an office job.
Okay.
Something a little more ever-changing.
Okay. Well, and that shows that you doing this and what you said, it really matches. So then what I want to do is for kinesiology and the requirements for Cal Poly, and again, I have this all printed out for you. It's going to go through on each website, and it's going to say academic preparation and placement. You're going to go through your enrollment and what is required. It also has your minors, majors, kind of what you're looking at, whether you have your major's kinesiology, but you have a minor in something else. So that you go, say, more towards the, sports medicine or that type of thing. Because kinesiology can be such a broad, it could be therapy, it can be, into that area. So, and then we're going to do step-by-step how to apply requirements and eligibility. So each college is basically the same. Everything is required, the AMG course requirements, which we go by. So you have to have so many credits in history, so many credits in math, English to qualify for this. And that's, obviously something here that we make sure that you guys do, as well as your SAT scores, and also or you could take your ACT, but you took your SAT last year. So that's, we'll go through, and then we're going to go through your high school GPA, your SAT scores, and then calculate to make sure that everything is in order that you need. Okay. So that's basically the step-by-step.
Do you need both ACT and the SAT?
No, you can take one or the other. Some colleges require SAT, some ACT, but for most of the colleges that you're applying for, SATs are. And majority of them do take SATs. It's some of them, like the Cal States, I believe, that only take the ACTs. So with that, that's step-by-step of what we need to do. They will have also, you can apply for scholarships through the school itself and not just through FAFSA. So that's something that we can also look into in regards to that. And these are obviously just the minimum eligibility. This is going to be for Washington State University. So it's going to go through and show you the application process of what needs to be done, as well as the deadlines of when things are due. Kind of everything's the same thing. You have scholarship, financial aid, and costs. So you're able to see that. Also being able to go visit the college, we can set that up. Okay. Now also with going out of state, you will have out of state fees. It is going to be a more expensive tuition because you are not a resident of that state. So that's going to go for Washington and for Arizona.
Okay.
So now, granted, that doesn't mean that financial aid won't cover it. It's just to let you know that it will be a higher tuition cost. So that's something that I have all these websites also written down for you, and I'm also going to email them to your mother as well,
okay.
So that she's aware. So those are that. And then this is for Arizona. So this actually breaks down step by step. So your step 1, complete your application. Then we're going to do submit your non-refundable application fee. Arizona residence is $50, non-residential is $70. So then we're going to go through and send your transcripts. So an official transcript is required for all students upon graduation from high school, indicating their high school graduation date. Otherwise, financial aid and scholarship reimbursement will be held. So that's something that will be on my end to send. This is going to show that you are on time to graduate, that you will have all your credits.
Okay.
So that will be sent out if you decide to apply here. So then step 4 is we're going to request for your SATs to be sent directly to them, which we can do on their website, the SAT website. And then check academic application status. And then we're going to go through and fill out your FAFSA. And that's where you would put in the schools that you applied for. And it's especially important to file right away so that you get as much aid as possible in that school year.
Okay.
And then once you with FAFSA, once you submit everything's saved. So you literally just every year you go back in and you either keep things the same or you change what is necessary, but your main application is always in there. Okay. And also if you change schools or anything like that, you would have to put that in as well.
Oh.
So these are important dates, financial aid, etc., that they have set up for you. Regular admission date is February 1st. So we are in October right now, so we do have a couple months, but it's good that we're starting to look at this now. And then for financial aid, it would be January 1st. So we would have to make sure to get in your FAFSA complete even before we get in, your application sent.
Okay.
So, and once you decide on the school, the financial aid part's easier.
Okay.
It's just you want to make sure that all schools are seeing that you're applying for it.
Now, how does a scholarship work in that situation?
So we would look through for grants, obviously on financial aid. Which you can apply. There is a section that you can apply for grants. And then also through the schools, we can apply for scholarships. So depending on what scholarships they're offering, we can go through that and submit, whether you need to submit an essay or typically that's what it ends up being is essay writing for scholarships. So we would look at each school and fill out scholarships. And also, if you need letters of recommendation or anything like that as well. So military, I put this in there too, and I actually printed this out so you see all the requirements. So age requirements, you need to be 18, and you don't need, you can be 17 with parental consent or 18 without. So review chart of age requirements. Keep in mind almost all male U.S. citizens living 18 are required to register. So even if you're not interested, you are required to register.
For selective service?
Yes, between 18 to 25. So physical requirements, it varies based on the services in each branch. So that's where you have to go, each one divided. Education also, you need to have your GED or your diploma. So you're good there. Citizenship requirements, which you're fine. So here breaks down each branch. We've got Army, Marine, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guards. Activity with the age, reserves, guard, and service academy. And then entrance requirement videos, physical exam, oath. It kind of breaks down everything that you need to do before hand. So you have this, like you said, as a backup. You can actually, through this website, contact a recruiter. or request information. So that's always available for you. And it also has breakdown of careers, paying, living, basically all that you're going to expect in the military life. So I highly suggest you to look through this as well as the other colleges to see where you think you're at. Because I think having this backup plan is great, especially at your age. Because you can always go through college here. They'll put you through school. So, but I would definitely, since you have shown interest in certain things, I would definitely pursue that and see where you go from there. I did pull up Fire Academy stuff. I know that around here, there's Rio Hondo, there's Crafton, and there's Mount Sac. I know obviously you have to apply and go through the whole process of getting into each of them, basically like they're junior colleges, so it's going to be the same process. Each one is broken down as to what they offer, how it is, and how to join. So that's, good information. So I printed off all these websites, and then also I printed off the ones local for the requirements for you to look into also. And then they also have Rancho Cucamonga has Fire Explorer program. So it says between the ages 16 and 21, so you could still potentially look into that. So I think if you're definitely still interested in the fire route, maybe getting in contact with one of the Rancho fire departments, and having a conversation with them as to when they're taking and what are their requirements in that. Okay. And then lastly is financial aid. So this is going to be the website that you're going to pull up, and you're going to be, since you're new to FAFSA process, you're going to be completing the whole FAFSA form. So you would go to start here and fill out. It's going to ask, because of your age, if there's any jobs or, if you're currently working, but also your parents. So you can put in your mom's information as to what's her financial, and then that will be based on what you're aided for first college. So then what I was saying with the preparing for college is going to be basically a checklist. College preparation checklist. So, and I printed this out for you as well. Which is going to be going through the checklist in what is basically how to get started. So it'll go through different resources in regards to aid. College websites ask for financial aid office. They can always walk you through it, whichever college you decide to go to. Scholarships also. So, and like I said, each college has its own application rules, and so that's really based on what the colleges itself is going to require, as well as deadlines and how you qualify. So there's always, obviously scholarships are free money. It's also, as well as the grants. So, and that's a section in financial aid that we'll go through also. So that's basically the gist of it. Like I said, I do have it printed out, and I will be sending your mom these links. Okay. So I guess kind of what I would like for you to do with your mom over the next couple weeks before we meet again is just kind of discuss, and you kind of figure out what colleges you'd like to apply for, so we can kind of make a plan and goals for you to reach, because obviously each one has different deadlines. And so if you are considering, say, Cal Poly, Fire Academy, etc., we can go through and fill out the deadlines, make sure that we know when stuff is due so that you don't miss any.
Okay.
And then as well as keep up on your math and working with your coach in regards to tutoring if needed.
Okay.
So, and I think, like I said, we have all your classes figured out from this point on, and I would just send in that requirement of that you are where you need to be, and this is your graduation date. So,
okay,
all that's in order.
sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions?
No, I think they explained it really well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give this back to you, and then here's all the paperwork for you. So, any questions for now or then, just let me know. And your mom can always email me too.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to have to delete.